lastly, yesterday we played this clip of Mitch McConnell basically arguing two things at one time. One, that people's expectations are too great. For us, we're actually doing a lot of things. We just haven't done them yet. We're en route to doing a lot of things. Part of the problem is Donald Trump's timeline because he doesn't know what he's talking about, even though if you go back in 2008 and watch what the Democrats did at that time, but babble, babble, babble. But apparently, the policy analysts at Fox and Friends got really upset about this. And this is actually great because I can't tell the difference between Doocy and Kilmeade. I don't know which one is which, and I've been watching these people talk about this for years.
Doocy's blonde.
Okay, so Doocy is the douchey one, but the Gretchen Carlson replacement,
Ainsley
Earhardt, she disagrees. She thinks she's agreeing with Doocy when she's not, which is also really. So these guys are indignant. They are so mad about Mitch McConnell.
How about nothing has happened? They've passed almost nothing of substance. And he also knows better than anybody else that if you don't get it done months before the midterm election, then nothing gets done. You had some time to get ready should the president win. Certainly you had time as the majority in the Senate. And they're not ready. They weren't even ready to push the president's nominees forward and fast.
Well, instead of complaining, instead of taking a recess and a break, then fine, go back to the Senate. Work it out. Sure. Get it done for the American people.
Why is he in Kentucky?
Exactly. If you need more time, whatever time you need, get it done. But don't complain about it. Don't have the victim mentality.
Well, what's interesting is he's complaining that the president doesn't realize how long stuff takes in Washington. We're not in the Senate working by the old rules, the old-fashioned way, where you have regular order, where you have committee hearing meetings and you figure things out, and then you have debate on the floor and amendments and stuff like that. We're not doing that in the Senate anymore. What they do now is they write bills in secret, they airdrop them in on the floor, and then they're rammed through on party line votes. You know, he's complaining we don't have time. The way they do it, he's got plenty of time to do that.
Well, then maybe we need to change the system. Maybe this is what the president's talking about, draining the swamp. Maybe the long, lengthy parliamentary whatever procedure or system they have that takes forever. Here we are like halfway through the year, and repeal and replace hasn't happened, tax reform hasn't happened, and now we're all losing.
Wait a sec. Do you think that she wasn't listening to what he just said? He just said, we're not in regular order. And he also sort of botched that a little bit, but he was saying, like, look, they have broken every rule of how you're supposed to do this, and they still can't get it done. And then she says, well, maybe they shouldn't follow the rules. Well, no, I just said they broke every rule and they couldn't get it done. Well, okay, I wasn't listening to you because I only listened to Kilmeade because you're the dumber one.
The whole place scared to hell since I died. You need to be there.
How can you not know which one Doocy is? He's so funny.
Yeah, they're both funny.
I mean, all he does is smile.
Aren't they both incredibly stupid and goofy?
And repeal and replace hasn't happened, tax reform hasn't happened, and now we're all losing confidence that it's ever going to happen at all.
They have to raise the debt ceiling, pass a budget, then do tax reform, all for the calendar year.
Yeah,
and he's speaking in front of the Rotary Club back home.
Exactly, taking a recess.
After he promised to stay through August, or at least through the middle of August.
It's a vacation.
Unbelievable. That's not realistic. It's not realistic because you stop working.
True. You can't get things done if you're not in the Senate.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. He said the president has not been in this line of work before. I think people like that.
Did he forget that he might have been reported?
He gets things done ahead of deadline. That's the problem.
Oh, well. So anyway, that's
How do you feel about it? We clearly have some strong opinions.
We have absolutely no facts or understanding what we're talking about, but we have some very, very strong opinions.
Those guys are geniuses.
Now, is this a new thing where they're sitting at a desk?
Yeah, what's going on with this?
We get hard hitting. Let's talk about this today. And
we can't have an open Senate anymore. We're about to go to war. Mitch McConnell's ruining the agenda. We have to sit behind a desk and be complete morons.
And it is. It seems to be the case now where Mitch McConnell is. The decision has been to make Mitch McConnell the enemy. Now, what is fascinating is if you look at there's a special election in Alabama, right? And they've got Roy Moore, I think his name is. Was it Rudy Moore? Roy Moore.
Wait, Roy Moore, the judge?
He was a judge who basically got kicked off the judgeship because he refused to recognize marriage equality. But prior to that, he was censured because he kept bringing 10 Commandments onto into the court, and he is not the favored candidate by Donald Trump. There's also, who's running is that Mo Brooks. And what's fascinating now is they're all having to say that they are aligned with Trump, they are against Mitch McConnell, and are in favor, or are held in favor by Mark Levin, Laura Ingraham, and other right-wing talkers. It's fascinating that becomes more important than the leader of the Senate. And here is Roy Moore really running basically against Mitch McConnell.
They lied about repealing Obamacare. Now Mitch McConnell's D.C. slime machine spending millions spreading lies about Roy Moore, bearing false witness. Why? We know why. We all know why. Roy Moore's honest, and Moore's his own man. Moore fears God, stands for the Constitution, fights for what is right, and believes what we believe. Drain the swamp. Send McConnell a message. Send them all a message. Roy Moore, Senate.
My name's Roy Moore, and I approve this message.
That's a great ad.
Yep.
That's like a perfect ad for that primary.
They're attacking Republicans harder than the Democrats do.
Total. Well,
of
it's
course,
Alabama.
'cause Democrats are cucks.
And there's no Democrats in Alabama.
No, but even nationally, Chuck Schumer was like, it's namby-pamby and not good for people. They're like, he's bearing false witness.
Well, wait a second. I fear God. I'm totally afraid of God.
He's bearing false witness. We need to drain this swamp. Now let's decapitate Mitch and put him in front of a swamp.
Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos